did y'all file for an eviction?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It is it's non-payment of rent.
How much is the monthly rent?
The monthly rent is 725. It
Any
is
subsidy?
no, Your Honor. And
What
we
months are
are
unpaid?
um, November, December, January, February, and up to today.
Alright. When was the notice to vacate?
We are a CARES Act, so we provided Mr. Limas with a 10-day notice to cure on December 9th, and a 30-day on December 22nd, and a 3-day on January 22nd.
You said the 30-day was given when?
The 30-day was given on December 22nd,
And then a 3-day again in
on
January.
January 22nd.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lemus. Thank you for being here.
No.
Ms. Garcia is with the landlord. She says this case is one about a non-payment matter, so a financial situation, which is no fun, but a specific thing. So my first question, sir, is the monthly rent correct? Is it $725?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then Ms. Garcia says that rent's been unpaid since November. Is that also correct?
Yes, I tried to get assistance, and the person that works here in the property, she's like a case manager, so she helped me to file for to see if I could get some assistance. So I wasn't even qualified for assistance. So I tried to do it again for November, for December, and January, and I still did it again, and I still don't get no kind of help from any agent assistant.
Sorry. All right. Well, Mr. Lemus,
But
I
this
don't know that,
month, but
go ahead, sir.
For February, I did the same thing and still didn't get a response. And at the time that I was behind for November and December, I was out of work at the moment, and my landlord even knew. So I was trying to apply for another job. But see, I even told the lady here I have a record. So I work through a temp agency. So when I go to these temp agencies, they usually don't have some work some days, some do.
I
But
understand that, Mr. Lemus.
I've been trying to pay. I've been trying to pay what I can. But for the first time, they didn't want to take nothing. So I was trying to come up with the money so I could pay for it. But but I have a question though, because I have an app that they download this information on. And on my app, it says that it's a $3,000 something debt due that's due. But the reason why I'm trying to speak on it is that I don't like the simple fact that they put $2,900 on a paperwork that they're trying to file for an eviction on me. So with the information that I have and y'all have, it should be correct. It should have the same amount
Hi
of
guys,
numbers.
I'm on a court date. Sorry. I'm on a court date.
It should have the same amount that I have on my app and I should have on this paper.
That's not accurate, Mr. Lemus. The amount in your app is probably going to be a whole lot more money because under the lease, the landlord can charge you late fees, utilities, cleaning, parking, storage, all that stuff. Under the law, when they seek to evict you, they can only ask me for actual unpaid rent, nothing else. So the number
Okay.
I give you is going to be a whole lot different than the number they say you owe them because what you owe under the lease is different than what the law says you owe in an eviction.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So quite likely the number I give you will be a whole lot smaller. And here's an example of that. So there's no doubt, or there's no dispute, right? I understand, sir. I hope you find new work. I know you're going through a tough time. Okay.
I've been working for the past 2 weeks.
Fantastic.
So I'm
going to give you some information.
I have to be coming in on Friday, and I'm waiting for my refund taxes too to come in.
All right. Let me give you the information today, and then take this, contact all those legal aid groups again and let them know that today you had a hearing and you were evicted, because what I have heard anecdotally is that the actual eviction happening may bump you up as a line of assistance or get you a faster response than if you are kind of waiting to see if it happens, right? It has happened now. You're in kind of a time crunch. So just keep that in mind. I've at least heard that from other defendants and the landlords, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Two things. Let me give you the number and then some information about time, and then I'll answer any questions you've got, all right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna
here's
get a
what
pen and paper so I can write down what I need to.
Absolutely, sir. Do it. And
Yes,
we will
ma'am.
also email you a copy of all of this. When you checked in, if we got a good email address for you, we're going to make sure you have all this by end of the day. We don't want you to have to wait on anything, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So the rent is $725 a month. For November, December, January, and February, the 4 months, I get $2,900. And that's just the $725 by 4. For the month of March, today is the 4th, so I took the $725, I divided it by 31 days, I multiplied it by 4, and I got $93. So the total amount of the judgment today is $2,993. That's 4 months of rent, November, December, January, and February, and 4 days of the month of March. Okay? Now,
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Lemus, that's the judgment of the court, right? And either you or Ms. Garcia or anyone on behalf of Zilker can appeal that decision. If you want to appeal, I have to determine an appeal bond. Because the rent has been unpaid since November, I would set the appeal bond at double the rent, so it's $1,450. Now, Mr. Lemus, for you, for anyone, if you wanted to appeal, but you don't have $1,450 for the appeal bond, you may qualify to appeal for free with an affidavit of inability. All right? And here's
Yes,
an
ma'am.
important part. This is something to pay attention to. Even if you can appeal for free, if your goal is to keep living in the apartment until a new court hears the case, you have to pay $725. And we give you 5 days. We give you an exact deadline by the money has to be in our hands. If you don't do that, you can appeal for free, but if you don't pay the rent to us, the landlord can get a writ of attachment and still make you move out and remove all your items.
Yes, ma'am. So how long do I have?
Different things. You have 5 days to appeal. And if you appeal, we give you an exact deadline by which you've got to bring us the money. And it's usually within 5 more days.
Yes, ma'am.
To help you understand that, sir, call any of those legal aid groups, including the ones that you've already applied to. Say, today I was evicted. Here's what the judge gave me as my order. What are some options? What can I do? And they can help you decide for your particular situation, you know, what's best. If you've only got a certain amount of money, what may be the best way to do that? As the judge, I can't help you figure that out. I can just tell you legally you have at least 5 days. If you don't do anything, Mr. Lemus, on day 6, tomorrow's day 1, on day 6, that is when the landlord can come to me for a writ of possession. We would notify you of that, and then if you have still not left, the landlord would be able to remove you and any of your items. Okay?
So I have 5. So I have 5
at least
days
5 days.
to appeal, right? So how much do I have to pay?
Well, Mr. Lemus, that's a different question. Legally, under the judgment today, I say you owe them $29.93. If you go to your landlord today and ask them what they owe, they're probably going to tell you more money because they want all of March, not just 4 days, and they want late fees and utilities, anything that's due under the lease, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But the court can only award rent, and we only award that through the date of the hearing. That's why it's a smaller number than what the landlord's going to give you.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
I'll also just say this, and Ms. Garcia, I don't know that we've seen each other a lot, so I'll highlight this for landlords. The landlord, Mr. Lemus, it's the landlord's option now, right? They've won their case, and unless it's appealed, that's the judgment. Let's say you found a lot of money. I don't know. Some people get lucky, you hit the lotto, right? Let's just say it happened, and you suddenly had all the money. If the landlord wanted to accept the payment from you, the landlord could tell me anytime in the next 5 days that they want me to throw this case out, that they no longer need the eviction because parties are good. They don't have to do that. Mr. Lemus, you could literally offer them $1 million and they could say, nope, you didn't pay on time. That's enough. We'd like you to go ahead and move. Right? But Ms. Garcia, I'll just say, if you find that in that 5 days, parties do come to some agreement and you wish to have it set aside, that is your option wholly as the landlord to notify us of it. But I don't have that option after the 5 days ends, right? On day 7, it's too late.
Right. Thank you,
All right.
Your Honor.
Mr. Lemus, any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we are going to email you that. Ms. Garcia will email it to you. We send it to both sides. We give you all that information, order and the appeal information. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. So,
All right.
Your Honor.
Yes.
So from right now, I have an appeal for 5 days.
You have 5 days to appeal beginning tomorrow. Tomorrow is day 1, and you have 5 calendar days to take some action. If you don't appeal on day 6, the landlord can make you leave.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
You have at least 5 more days before the landlord can legally remove you from your unit. That might be a better way to think of it.
So if I pay $725,
You have to appeal and pay $725. And then that just means that another court will hear your case in 21 days. And at that hearing, you may be evicted again.
okay. Okay, I got you.
All right. Call any of those legal aid providers that you've already spoken to, Mr. Lemus, and let them know. Again, now that you have had the hearing and the eviction has been entered, it may change the status for you with being able to get some assistance.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very, very best of luck to you, sir. Thank you for coming. Thank you for asking good questions. I appreciate that sometimes our financial circumstances just aren't what we'd all like them to be. So very best of luck to you. And Ms. Garcia, thank you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. All parties are excused. Y'all have a good afternoon, or have a better afternoon.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.